All right, guys, we're at chapter 44 of Lemons, Operation Mrs. Dickerson's Garden. Mrs. Dickerson's backyard is small, with a heavy forest of pines lined right up against the end of her gardens. She has two gardens out back, one that's all vegetables and one that's all flowers. On our way out to the kitchen door to investigate the mystery of the missing pumpkin, Tobin pulls the two cameras and two flashlights from his case. Here, he hands me one of the flashlights and Polaroids. I slip the camera up over my head. Remember, picture first. Always picture. I know, I say. Tobin slips the movie camera strap around his neck and double checks the chin strap on his safari hat. Ready? He asks. Flashlights. Check. Check, I tell him, flipping my switch. Check. He flips his. Camera's ready. Check. Check, I say. Check, he says. Let's examine the garden first, Tobin says. It's 1900 hours already, and Charlie said to leave Mrs. Dickerson's by 1930. Right, I say. We investigate up and down all the rows between the pumpkin vines, carrot tops, tomato plants, and carefully lined up herbs, all labeled with tiny handwritten signs. Rosemary, carrots, tomatoes, green beans. There are so many dents in the dirt, it's hard to tell who's been in here, he says. Here's where the pumpkin must have been, I say, as I crouch down near an empty green vine, and I hold it up for him to see. But you know what? I look at it closer. It looks like it's been cut, like with a knife, and not gnawed with teeth. Tobin steps over Mrs. Dickerson's carefully planted rows of greens and reaches down to grab it. He examines it closely, running a finger over the clean cut, and he checks his watch again. Take a picture, he says. I aim the Polaroid in the direction of the vine and snap a shot. Let's go head over to the tree line to see if we can find the structure, he says. We're running out of time. We can always come back and examine this more tomorrow, but I want to see that nest. I follow him into the woods. It's already dark. Even though the sun isn't quite down yet, the pines reach toward the sky, hiding their deepest secrets. We turn on our flashlights and step over small bushes and push past pine arms, just beyond the tree line. There it is, Tobin hollers, shining his light on some twigs tied together into some kind of hut. That's it? Yeah, right there, he points. See it? See the braiding of the tree branches? It's spectacular. When we reach it, I examine the outside, taking Polaroids to document the find. It's a tall structure with a doorway, and broken twigs are wound together like braids to make walls and a roof. Pine branches cover the top of it, which almost make it invisible in the woods, unless you're actually looking for it. We stop at the doorway and look at each other. You go first, I tell him. He takes a deep breath and he peeks around the edge of the doorway, shining light inside. All clear, he calls back. I peek around the corner and I shine my light inside. The pumpkin, I exclaim as I point to it in the corner of the nest. Look over there. Tobin shines his flashlight next to a bed made out of pine needles. A pile of newspapers. Newspapers, I say. Don't even try to tell me the Bigfoot reads the Two Rivers Tribune. Wait a minute. Look at this, too. Clothes. Tobin grabs a camouflage sweatshirt off the ground. What's that? I aim my light toward a small wooden box stuffed between the pine needle bed and the stack of newspapers. Tobin takes a picture, takes a close step closer, and reaches down to pull it out. It's got curling vines carved all over it. On the top, bottom, and sides, too. Open it, I tell him. Tobin lifts the lid and he peers inside. Well, I ask, what's in there? Tobin doesn't say anything. I peek over the lid myself. Is that a picture? I ask as I shine my light on it. Yeah, Tobin says. A picture of what? Tobin stammers, just staring. It's what? Tobin peers over his wire rims at me, but doesn't say a word. Not a single word. I reach over the lid and I grab the photo from the box. Oh, I say as I suck in my breath. Tobin, this is a picture of you.